YouTube people. I'm not sure anybody sees it this early on. Do 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 do. You do 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 do. Hey, I even got my microphone on for a change. You guys don't have to yell at me. Crazy, I know. Working out the stream special. I'm changing things up to. Do 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 do. Good morning, guys. Trying to figure out a new special to do for you guys that will make some people happy. How about if we do if you buy the Magic Mirror, Ruined Stone Arch, or Circle of Stones Rift Dungeon entrance, or the Minecart 5 entrance dungeon foyer, I'll send you your choice of encounter room. That gonna piss people off? That might piss people off. I don't think those are that rare. I mean, really, it's setting a price for them, because if you say it's like 2,500 and you say that's really setting like a price of like $250,000 gold or something. Oh yeah, let me get the raffle going first. That should be the first thing I get going. Ooh, guys, man, look. Oh. These sexy prizes for you guys today. Like, I'm going to have to choose. I think that'll be my big one I give away today. The Dark Stone Spiked Ladder Castle Wall Set. Look at all those pieces you get. Look at all those. But let's see. We'll start off with a... Which sale item? I always thought that Dark Star shield was kind of... eh. How about if we do, start off with a row and timber 5-story basement, since it's the thing on sale. Row, stone, and timber. Oh, what? Fingers are off. And timber 5-story basement. Now you can do the thing. Now you can raffle the raffle. Raffle the raffle. Corsevius, prison-bound Lesney, Lancermain, scan 4 with the first 5. Ooh, Christ Pallid, you fell just outside at number 6. Whew. Okay, got that going. Now I can try and figure out... No problem, Lesney. Let me go check that box that says pick this person. I sure hope you don't win now. No offense. What can I throw you guys? Get you excited about buying something in here. Been pimping the greater unlearning things a lot. Some smart fellow yesterday did the upgrade and then took the crowns and then bought something, so he got like 5. He did like bought 5 crown packages, and he got 5 scrolls, greater scrolls of unlearning, and then upgraded from like, I don't know, village to a city or something like that. Oh, I wonder who that was. I'd actually forgotten who it was, so. Let's see, maybe I should be like, I should do like an extra special. There's some stuff on sale here. If you buy the Pirate Galleon Town or the Darkstone Timber, I throw you something. Ooh, what could it be? What could it be? Potion of Guidance. It's kind of small. I know you guys use those guys a lot, especially if you're using the books of unlearning. How about, and again, I'm just kind of experimenting with these things. I don't expect big results, but I do like the idea of giving away consumables, not permanent stuff, as the bonuses, because then you guys use it up and come back for more, in theory. How about I could give away teleport to zone scrolls just to upset Jack and Laz. Are they here yet? I don't see them in there yet. I am pushing. Let's see. Fast skill learning. Oh yes, by the way, QA is up. I have patched. Have you? I'll probably jump on it here in a few minutes. I wanted to check in on a few things before I did. Yeah, it's not bad, Sean. 1, 2, 3, there's 7. 8. How about this? I'll give you... let's see, if you buy, what should it be? How about if it is, if you buy any, if you buy the, today if you buy the, I gotta write this stuff down. If you buy the Pirate Galleon Town or the Darkstone Spike Castle Wall, or any dungeon entrance, but maybe the tome. I'm gonna make a little image. Hold on a second. I gotta do some graphic stuff here. This is my. For those who are new to the stream, this is my. I always stall at the start because I don't like talking about news stuff until I see there's 80 or 90 people on. Because then I just have to repeat it, or you guys have to go back and watch it. So this is me stalling. I'm making a slide. Wednesday stream special. Any buy minecart for your what's the other things called? Oh no. Oh, what? Oh, it's ridiculous. Horrible program for editing. Screw it. Minecart for your Circle of Stones Rift Dungeon entrance. Magic mirror dungeon entrance. Ruined stone arch dungeon entrance. Did it again. I'm an idiot. Pirate galleon town water home. Or dark stone spiked ladder castle wall. And it one set of each potion. It's like 11 varieties, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, yeah, there's 9 there. 10, 11, yeah, 11. There we go. I think that'll work. We'll try that. Now let me save this thing off. It's tough coming up with these specials. Let's see. Wednesday stream special. See, now I gotta add that as a picture over here. Hold on. If I stalled long enough, 84 viewers. I'm getting close. Almost stalled long enough. Let's see. Something like that. Is that? Can you see me? Still down here. Hi. There you go. How's that look? Oh man, I'm falling behind here. Schultz P304, I think you might have followed me after my stream ended yesterday. I don't remember saying your name. And that kind of sounds like a German fighter jet or something. The Schultz P304, World War II. Lancel Lancermain, thank you for the 100 bits to start me off. It's my first bits of the day. First bits are always the sweetest. And Legion of Myth, Raid 39. Worth its price in gold. Doesn't weigh anything, though. Bad news. Seriously, though, thank you very much. I always try to pay my debts. Speaking of paying debts, I think I got all the back stuff packed up and ready to be taken to the post office. No, not all the boxes forever. But all the people who had like t-shirts or trinkets coming. There were still about like 7, I think. Yeah, I think 7 that were left to be sent out. So if you were one of those people and you got me your address, you should be taken care of soon. You don't have to harass me about yet another thing. But if you guys do ever need to harass me, I always tell people to harass me. If you're bothering me, it's probably for a good reason. There's lots of reasons to bother me. Raven's Lair 38 for 100 bits. Thank you very much. I think that's a new name. I'm not sure I've seen that donor before. Nubby Earwiggles, 100 bits. For those of you, I'll get into some newsy stuff here in a minute. But for those of you who are new to the stream, I am Chris Spears. I probably need to say that again later, because a lot of you guys are probably like the long term. You're already signed up if you just came in here. There's guys that'll stumble in later that need an explanation. But anyways, I'm Chris. Atos in game. doing the stream. I got some specials I'll probably start up and watch over some stuff today. I don't like it when it's night out. I want it to be clear. Ooh, I'll show you something here in a minute. But again, here's for the long term, since you guys are all long termers, probably if you got here right at the start, probably means you're already following, you already know the stuff. So that's what I was thinking today. What do you guys think? I like giving away the consumables. So if you buy any one of those things, dungeon, any but the cheapest dungeon entrance, or the 5, the minecart cart 4-year thing that's so popular, everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. Pirate Galleon, that's one of the ones on sale, or the Darkstone Spiked Castle Wall. I'll send you 11. Actually, it's more like 15 potions, because I think 2 of them are like 3 sets. Like sets of 3, like 3 growth, 3 jump, and then 9 obsidian potions. Someone named Scoffer in the forum said he sent you 100k, but he hasn't been able to get a hold of you. Hopefully he can see the message of the day, which says, if you paid, come and claim it. I gave up on the whole, like, I'm going to reserve lots, because for one, then it becomes, like, people think I play favorites or something like that. No reason to give you guys even more reasons to think that by signing them. I was just doing that day one because I was as quick as I could slap them down. People were taking them. But I got up at 1:30 this morning to get my day started, as a lot of people caught me on. I guess they were staying up late. I was up early. But up at 1:30 and went and cleaned up and did all the lot placement and got together a list. But I set them all to be open. So if you have paid, come and claim your lot. You don't have to wait for me. You can just ask the guy at the door. And by that I mean the the little NPC dude at the door. That guy. I'll go visit him so I can show you who I'm talking about. But the town crier guy will tell you. That guy. This guy will tell you what lots are open. Look at the available village lots. So the ones that are listed as restricted are lots that I had reserved for individuals who hadn't yet put down their deed. They'd paid, but they haven't put down their deed. Let's see. Oh, I'm being told there we go. My specials were blocking the stream. We can't see. Hey, at least I have my mic on today. Could be worse. I keep the bar nice and low, guys. Gotta make it look like our Friday streams are super professional. But anyways, you can come check with the Mount Madeir Town Crier. Let's see, I can't rename him? I'm gonna rename these guys. I guess he's not one that I placed, so I can't rename him. Lame. Makes me want to place a deco over him so you can't see him, and then put my own guy out so I can name him something different. Let's see, what's that noise? Oh, I think I already said, oh no, I said Nubby Earwiggles. I did not say Muggly Wumple. You guys and your wonky name straight out of Harry Potter-ish type stuff. But anyways, you guys saw the stream special since I left them up there a long time. Yeah, if you need a lot and you have paid, come and claim one. If you have not paid and you come and claim a lot, it's a great way for me to evict you. I'll be checking my list and updating the people's locations so I can get them into the spreadsheet. There's 27 available right now. There are 13 people who have paid and not claimed. So there's like 14 left. I think I can probably slap down another 6 or 8, maybe 10 beyond that. So there's 20 spaces or so left. We'll see. I mean, if we get through this second weekend, like maybe Sunday, I'll call it like no more entries after that or something. We'll see. Do 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 do. All right. So, anyways, there's lots of progress here today. I'll do a quick run through of this stuff, and then I'll jump into some news. Again, I've been dropping down mailboxes wherever I see fit. Looks like somebody's going for the old haunted theme here. Got any decos down? Oh yeah, and this is the spoilers. You can always do the keep your mount mid-ear lots up as you run around, I think. Looks like that probably is a bug. A bug that we won't fix because it's actually convenient for you guys. How do we get out of here? It's so dark in this house. Again, you got seeing people going for very different themes. Some people are laying down some decos. Oh, yeah, I've seen this. This is on a lot of them. It's a secret. They're not going to let you see inside. Just got that going. Let's see, Quacker Chan. Oh, Felony Melanie. Again, if you need to have trees removed, or you want your lot tweaked a little bit, feel free to ping me. Oh, like Felony Melanie claimed that one this morning, but wanted it to face 180 degrees, which that obviously you can fit. If it fits one way, it'll fit the other. But there were quite a few new people joining in. A few people actually slapping down some houses. This one is very exciting here. I don't think he's going to be able to conceal what's going on there very well. I guess he can also paratrooper down into the next guy's house if you want to. Got some deco going on back here. Still have the outhouse, I see. Oh. Lots of plants. Felony Melanie says, while you're here, you want to grab that banker and push them to the middle. They keep talking to me. Yeah, those guys can be kind of annoying. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the Dev Hub, where we go to test things. We've got some training dummies and a bunch of guys in there, but we've got all sorts, the whole thing's got 10 different merchants in there, and you're standing in there trying to test stuff, and they're spamming you with their chatter. Look, you can see just how fast the shadows move. Alright, I think I've got some stuff to talk about here. I'm trying to think about all the different things that I might have missed yesterday. I know one thing I need to make sure and re-emphasize now that I'm over 100 people and I can actually start talking. Oh, and also thank you very much, Old Sup, and thank you very much, Gravity42. I am using speed hacks, and I've actually been giving speed hacks to people in the scene when I see them in here to help them run around, because people are, you can imagine trying to run around. There's 29 options. Let me run and check this one. Now run all the way across the map and check that one. They're not arranged by, some logical XYZ pattern when they're in there. They're just, as far as I can tell, they're pretty random. So yeah, I've been giving people to come to the scene. If I see them, I give them a speed hack. Yeah, you can see things load in a lot more when you have a speed hack on. But anyways, again, some things to emphasize. Let me remind you guys that QA just went live. I'm probably going to go jump on it here in a minute. This doesn't have a ton of stuff. It does have the new deco stuff. Some of the... I'm trying to think what other big things are in there. There's a bunch of bug fixes in there. That's kind of, for those who didn't hear yesterday, yesterday was the apology show that basically we looked at it after last release. So many different bugs and issues came up with the moved Unity 2018.3 that we spent, the last patch went out yesterday. So we spent the first 3 weeks of the release making the last release not suck so much, which was kind of after having a team meeting talk and also talking to Star and going over things. We decided that we're R65. We're going to be pushing most things that were listed on there. Sadly, there's a few smaller things that are quality of life, like good quality of life things that'll be on there that weren't even listed in it that'll show up. But many of the big things are going to be missing from R65. I do have Ravensmoor or Deep Ravenswood. I do have that respawned. Really, it's not as great as I wanted it to be, but it should get you guys to a point where you don't run out of stuff as much. There's some other spawn fixes that'll also improve things, which is the other thing I need to tell you guys to test on QA when you're over there. Is Lord Subtleton. There were some problems in how things were spawning that were allowing some exploits. Oh, people keep talking to me. But there were some spawn things that were exploits. Basically, when the server, there's a concept still of master in some cases for things that if you changed the person who was master listed as the first guy in scene actually left, it would pop over to the other guy. It's like he's in charge, but there's some data that actually was lost in that, and it allowed unscrupulous types to basically have party members take turns logging in and out to force repops of creatures that you might want to kill. Now that was not with all spawner types, but that was with several spawner types. Sorry, I'm reading work chat. But that was I was not with all spawner types, but many spawner types. So there's another thing that came up that I think some people saw as a bug, some saw it as a feature. We fixed it, so we're going to call it a bug now, which was if you don't loot a corpse, it doesn't reset the spawn timer. So this did offer some strategies where you could kill those guys, but for whatever you do, don't loot their corpses, because we don't want those guys to respawn. Sorry, people are complaining they're lost and can't find their house in their own town. So that's been changed so that even if you don't loot, when they die, their respawn timer restarts. I think for 95% of the time, that's what people want, because it'll result in faster respawns. I rarely hear people say these respawns are too fast. Far more often it's these respawns are too slow. So you can loot all the things now. And the only possibly scary part that we're a little worried about is we'll see how there's a couple places where we kind of designed knowing that's how things worked. And there could be some potential for bodies to pile up pretty heavily. We will see. I may have to go tweak. I know the Lich Room and the Rise, the boss Lich Room and the Rise, it was set up so the skeletons all adjacent to them respawn really fast. There's basically skeleton piles there, and the guys respawn real fast. Now, you guys could keep them from respawning by killing them once and not looting them. But now with this change, that fight may get significantly harder. Let's see. Cypher Black question: as Soda will not be lowering the price of dungeon expansion, will you at least be lowering the cost of adding rooms? So I'll look. I mean, it's again. I think people are wanting what they're wanting out of the dungeons is they're acting like they want to go in day one and have a dungeon that's huge or something like that. And that's kind of I want to start day one and have 1 billion experience points in the game. I mean, we kind of want it to be something where we need things in the game that'll give you guys reasons to do stuff. And that's one of those things is it's kind of also, it's a big economy driver. It's actually sucking a ton of gold out of the economy. I mean, a significant several percentage points out of the economy. So it's not intended to be day one you get like a really big dungeon. I think the starting values we had on them are pretty fair. But yeah, I think the bigger problem is that you guys are wanting some of the rooms that are really big rooms, like, you know, the rotunda room or the troll room. But I think even the troll room, like I set that like super nice based on what we initially said, where it was supposed to be 1 point per 8 meters, 8 by 8 meter chunk. I think I have that set at 40, and it's way bigger than that. That's a huge stinking room. But yeah, so I mean, kind of the idea was that you would, you know, as you had some extra money, you'd grow it over time. And somebody complained that the crown price escalated too quick, and that's kind of by design too. But again, I mean, we kind of want it to be more of a gold sink than a crown sink for you guys. As for the spawn rooms, I'm going to try to get in. I've only got tomorrow to get it in because we're going to be really strict on lockdown. I'm going to try to set up a couple more encounter rooms that are just small encounter rooms, converting a few of the existing rooms. Like the ones out of Chillblains will probably be the next ones to come online. I'll probably create a couple versions of those that are encounter versions. And those will be more in the, like, you know, rather than it being 15 or whatever spawns are in the rotunda room. Those are cheaper rooms, and they'll probably be more like 4 spawns or 6 spawns, and significantly easier than what's out there now. So if you have trouble with the existing encounter rooms, you can just wait until this R65, and I should have a couple of those rooms spawned out. Let's see. And the other option is you can be like Tazar, where you get a bunch of people together and you guys work on expanding. You know, somebody's got a bunch of lots, because the dungeon expansion is not per lot, it is per account. Not really how we wanted it, but it's one of those things where it's going to be significant other extra work to do it the other way, and we're like, you know, people may take a little advantage of it, but just so you know. Dungeon teleporters. I'd love to get those in R66. Again, we're trying to, for those who missed it, we're trying to make R65. We're pushing most of the big things we had promised on it, just because we took 3 weeks to patch. The 2018.3 migration was a little more painful than we expected. You guys were probably there. You saw the suffering and pain, but we felt it was bad enough that we wanted to spend just a release kind of recovering and fixing bugs. And actually, Star and I already talked, and we'll probably sit down with the team at our next team meeting and go over what our priorities are and try and see if we want to like adjust the schedule, because we'll probably move some things around. Because again, I mean, you guys know how this works. Even month to month, ideas come up, and you know, you have a bunch of ideas, just like any project. At the start of the project, you have a million ideas, but as you move along, things become more clear as to what is actually fun. So maybe some new fun things came up, like dungeon teleporters. Let's see. I think I can do some questions here. Let me scan through chat, see if there's any comments I need to answer on. It's already 2:37 and I haven't done a free prize yet, so let me do the prizening, the first prizening, so I can try and get it out of the way here. You guys ready? Raffle, 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 raffle. Raffle, raffle, raffle. Oh, and I've missed, did I say Gravity 42? I think I said thank you 100 bits for Gravity 42. If not, thank you 100 for the 100 bits. Gravity 42. Skeggy Media, thank you for the raid. I know you just do it because you win all the prizes. People were claiming that they said you won 3 times now. I'm not sure if it's 3 is right, but I know you've won at least twice. And for those who joined late, I'm trying out different stream specials. I'm trying to do stuff that feels fair. And definitely I will get you this time, Gravity 42. Thank you again for the 100 bits. Since I'm about to do the raffle and you guys are all doing the raffle stuff of me giving you things, I'll throw up my specials in case you guys want to give us things. How do you like that professional, sexy, well thought out and planned image there that I spent hours making? Alright, technically at the start of the stream is when I made that while I was waiting for people to come on. But let's do the drawing. Gonna close it. Bam. Oh, Skeggy got in just under the wire. That means he's gonna win. Radicus 2K. Woo! I was starting to worry there. Been joking and saying that I was gonna give it to Skeggy or Lesney. I am more than happy to give it to Radicus. What was I giving away? Oh, that thing. Let me ship that out to Radicus. What's it called? 5 stone row. That one keeps wanting to be given away. I'm not gonna give it away. One-handed salute Grats. See, because you can type Grats, Grats with one hand. Technically, I guess you can type anything with one hand, but you can type that one without moving your hand. I'm gonna throw this away. Oh, does it burn? Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Haha. I just destroyed a deed. Ravicus, I've sent you... Oh, we got another entry into the deco contest. Nikolai, come get started. Come grab a lot. I will be sanity checking them to make sure no one is grabbing lots that is not part of the contest and evicting them. And possibly punishing them. Punish the guilty. Let's see. You are most welcome, Radicus 2K. Let me pick the next thing here. I think we're going to do this Darkstone Spiked Ladder Castle Wall set. Look at this thing. Look at that. Oh, so cool. And don't forget, actually on QA right now, you can go and you can place things and scale them. How cool is that? Imagine placing that wall set and scaling it around. Of course, you'd want to get them all to the same size or else they'd look kind of weird. Let's see. I've already looked at the featured. How about if we do... I know you guys like this treasure. Where'd my treasure go? There it is. How about if I do, we'll do a large gold pile and a large treasure pile for this one. Again, I'm trying to get in 4 giveaways today, so I'm trying to keep the early ones kind of modest. Large gold and large treasure pile. Open giveaway. And I know you guys are working at it. Who's first? Prison Bound, Corsevius, Draken Neuroto, and a Night Owl 01. Sorry, Elwin, you were 6th. Not making the cut today. Let's see. So you guys have probably asked some questions. Yeah, I mean, the things we've marked as not scalable are pretty much what I've described before. We started making it so you had to go mark things that could be scaled. We got a lot of stinking decos in the game. That's what we're going to do for the flipping thing, because that's another flag we have to set. So we're going to count on you guys to tell us what decos make sense needing to be flipped. I'm going to go try to hit the weapons and get the weapon decos. So they can be flipped, so you can like flip axes and stuff like that. But you know, there's probably a lot of other things that make sense to be flippable. But, I mean, if you just walk around and look at stuff, it's not, it's far more things don't make sense flipping than make sense flipping. Now, this is good. It's a cool theme. Chair. Maybe that makes sense flipped. You could flip it over and then it's like, oh, but this is actually because it's a stool you can sit on, so that'd be like, I'm sure that'd be one of those crazy bugs where, oh, like the crazy bug I'm getting right now where I'm trying to walk to it. Give it up, dude. Or teleport. Not quite enough room to get through there. But yeah, I'm sure if I turned that stool upside down, if you flipped it, because it looks, when it attaches the player to it, it's grabbing the transform of the thing. And so the transform's upside down, so it'd probably make me upside down. Just like you want to see a fun bug. Oh. I'll show you another fun bug. Let's see. Apply buff Atos player scale. You guys know about player scale. That's the thing that makes you big or small or whatever. If I do -2. Yeah. How you like them apples? Huh? Pretty cool, right? Look, I can still run around, though. Now I'm swimming upside down. But anyways, I expect if we let you flip a chair, that's exactly what would happen, too, is you'd be flipped upside down in the chair. Let me go ahead and dismiss that. I know you guys like it when I show off bugs on the stream. Let's see. You guys talking about tipping cows? I went to A&M, you know. Home of the cow tippers. Alright. Well, it looks like you guys are just talking about some random stuff, so I think I'm going to jump in and answer some questions. Oh, and also, you guys probably saw... Oh, that's right, I have a bunch more apologies to make. So apology number 1 is I finally did daily stand-ups again. After being harassed multiple times and forgetting multiple times, I now set a calendar event for myself, so hopefully I can remember to set it, which also means I have to go gripe at people because not everybody does their stand-ups at the same time. I know it stuns you, but not everybody on the team gets up at 1:30 to start their day. So I did the stand-up notes. I'm going to try to keep doing those. We used to, like, it was more work. I'm trying to minimize the work. I mean, the team hasn't shrunk any, and you know, except for Sarah departing earlier this year, but like in a year we haven't changed the number of people on the team. But we got a lot of stuff to do, and I try to minimize the wasted time on things. For those who are saying, then why the hell are you streaming? Because I don't see that as wasted time. One, I don't do this until I've done at least 10 hours of work during the day, because I start my day ridiculously early. And then 2, so by this time I'm usually pretty brain fried anyways, and you don't want me touching code or something. Then 2, this brings in a lot of new users, which is important to the game, the player base, bottom line as well, but makes the game better for you guys by bringing in more users. And then 3, this is probably the most important thing I do during the day, because I get to talk to you guys and you tell me what's really wrong with the game. So yes, it is. I do spend time on streams, but it is actually, to me, super, super valuable. But anyway, so I try to minimize the time. That was going back to, as I veer off again, that was going back to the daily stand-ups and trying to minimize wasted time. But anyway, so I'm keeping the format on it super. I'm basically just copy and pasting what people post into our chat. So if it seems a little more raw than it had been, that's why. And also, I'm not grouping by categories, because honestly, like, everybody on the team does everything. Having this, like, programmer, designer, and manager. No, we're alphabetical now. which means that I'm number 2 behind B. Just gotta figure out how to get rid of B, and then I'll be number 1. All right, let's see. Oh, next apology. Is Elas out there? Elas, are you out there? I'm looking for Elas. Or did you rage flip a table and walk off? Anyways, he's been one of many people who apparently has been harassing us to get the QA rewards done. So we went and looked, and this was Burning Toad. Let's see, where's my message to Burning Toad earlier? I'll read that too. But anyways, this is Burning Toad looking at it. Not his job, but honestly, he's picked up a ton of extra jobs, and this is one of the ones he thought was important, and I thought was important, and he was the one best suited to do it. So he's doing it. So we're going back and getting QA rewards. But I think he looked, and I think the last time that QA rewards were given out was maybe R59. So the good news is we're giving out QA rewards for all the QAs we have data for. The bad news is when we moved our data center, we thought, why do we need to save QA data? Like QA history for metrics and stuff like that. It's better, it's like take this opportunity to upgrade to the latest version of all the data tools and all the other crap. So, we really only have 2 releases worth of data for who participated. But if you participated in the last 2 releases, you should be getting stuff. And going forward, we should be keeping more stuff. When we moved to the new data center, moved it all over into new box, like it's got its own, I think it's now got its own 2 terabyte SSD that it lives on, and we should be able to keep nearly infinite amounts of QA data. So anyways, we will be giving rewards, but for R63, R64 QA, for R65 we'll absolutely be giving rewards, because we need some QA testers on R65. We want to make sure this is a super solid release. As I mentioned yesterday, we're going to try to do some recapturing in addition to running some ads for R65, and see if we can get a few of those people who came and tried the game at some point when it might have been ugly, like last release was, and came in and said no thanks and left. I haven't gone to look, but I would expect there were probably like 10 or 15 people who probably tried the game on the day when there was no terrain, and they walked in and said nope. No thanks, where's the door? And then downvoted us on Steam with 6 minutes played. Because that's what people do. And we would have deserved it for those. But anyways, we will be giving away QA rewards going forward, and we will be giving out QA rewards for the last 2 releases. So hopefully you guys played on those. And let's see. Do I have any people in here questioning? Let's see. Doors open. Gonna turn Mingers Guild. Nope. Looks like I'm good here. I think I'm gonna answer some questions. Man, you guys ask a lot of questions. I went and I copy this. For those who don't know, if you do the exclamation mark question, blah blah blah, it logs the question into a file for us, and then as I answer them, I try to delete them, and then when it starts getting full, I move them over into our long-term question list so that we never run out of questions when we get to a live stream. Another one that's going in, but it's not on QA yet. Probably if I go and sync up right now, I'll be able to see it though. Is updates to the aggro system. Aggro with 2 Gs, not 1 G. I lost that battle. I fight some of those battles, but that was one I didn't think I was going to win. But there's an ongoing debate as to whether or not aggro has 1 G or 2 G, which I brought upon myself because I went searching for aggro, and I was searching for it like in code and stuff like AGRO. That's how you spell aggro, and it was spelled with 2 G's in code, and I was furious because I couldn't find things. But anyways, the aggro system has been converted over. There's been a few things have been changed so we can actually have dynamic aggro generation based on skills and effects. So this is going to be used for a few things. But the most important for most people is probably that Taunt will be able to finally have some different ability, some different results, rather than it just being, it always applies 100 aggro. If you're level 5, it applies 100 aggro. If you're level 105, it applies 100 aggro. So that'll be updated here soon, and we will have that for R65. One and Only was getting that in this morning because he was asking me some questions about it. So yeah, EQ is always aggro, but it's also one of those things that it's one of those words you hear said a ton of times, but you never see it in writing. But if you look at like aggravate or whatever, there's like two G's and all the sources that it's from. Feels like the GIF fight to me. GIF graphics, it's a G, g. Let's see. Ooh, Gwendolyn Obscuro. Any idea when the egg hunt prizes will go out? Not a big deal. I will make sure Burning Toad knows about that too. Let's see, where's my email where I was, or my message where I was harassing him. Let's see. Hey, Burning Toad. How are the builds going? Hey, Burning Toad. Have you figured out what goes in the vault yet? Hey, Burning Toad. Have you updated my shipping list? Hey, Burning Toad. Did you get the prizes for the QA testers yet? Hey, Burning Toad, and now I got to add that on there too. Did you deliver the eggs for the egg hunt? Or the prizes for the egg hunt? We're glad Burning Toad is back. But he is busy. I'm going to create that as a JIRA form, though, just so we don't lose track of it. And I will put it on this release. Give me 1 second to write up a JIRA. It'll be worth it. Rewards for egg hunters. Ken. He's probably watching right now crying. I'm sorry, Ken. At least I'm not singing. Let's see. Hold on. I've got that in a doc somewhere, I think. I'll probably want to see the document for it. Give me 1 second. Yes, I have it here. Hey, look. Gwendolyn Obscuro was one of the runner-up people in there. Zadian, Iron Fist Warhammer, Vino Corlan, Andrew Night Owl. I think some of these people might be in the stream right now. True False Alarts, Dundrum, Aramis, Darkblade, Ashina Marsh. Those people were all in the... we're all... Who's also in here copying? Those people were all the winners in the egg hunt. Let me copy that into the JIRA so Ken doesn't have to go looking. Alright, a JIRA has been created for it. I marked it as R64 in critical, so hopefully it'll get done here in the next week or so. Is it planned to address mob ability to dodge while stunned? I didn't know they did that. Stun disabled. Yeah, they're not supposed to be able to... You shouldn't get your dodge bonus when you're rooted or when you are stunned. Let me go check something here real quick. I feel like I got a spider just crawling in my ear. I think it was just hair. Got a haircut, but I like missed some hair, so I've got some long hairs I want to go and cut off myself. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to go fix that right now. Hold on. There will be no JIRA for this. Come on. Do. Alright, it's going to take me a minute to get there. But yes, I will go fix that right now. I know where that stuff lives. Where'd my game go? Opening. Yeah, me fixing bugs in code doesn't make for good stream material because I can't really show you the code. Though technically you can go and decompile it yourself if you want to see things. Let's see. Stat, hold on. You guys can watch me. There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. Dodge. So you can't dodge if it's behind, but we let you dodge if you're stunned. Yeah, I think I can fix that. Hold on. I will fix that right now. Let's see. Bool. Equals target dot e not equal null question mark target GE. I know you guys love watching me code, right? Character controller dot, where's my stats? How do we get a stat? This could have been a horrible idea. Target, okay, character state, there we go. All right, got it. Character state. Character stat dot stunned greater than 0. F. Is that right? I think that's right. All right, got it. Good call. Stunned, and actually it should be rooted too, right? Should we let you dodge if you're rooted? What do you guys think? Dodge if you're rooted. I don't think, I mean, it's kind of like you can kind of do some things, but really if you look at how the root looks like it's grabbing hold of you, don't think you should be able to dodge. Dodge cut in half when you're rooted. We could go there. I'm going there. I like that because it does feel like you're getting arrow shot at you, like, haha, woohoo, like you could do that. All right. Let's see. Is rooted. in 0. If is rooted. Dodge chance times equals 0.5 F. Yes, I am old school. For those who don't know, it used to be back in the day. If Liz is around, I honestly have no idea how old Liz is, but I get the impression she's an old coder type. But back in the day, division was the devil's work. Not just if you were a person, but also if you were a computer. Doing division was slower than doing multiplication. So anyways, I always multiply by a fraction rather than divide by a number. Old habits die hard. So if rooted dodge chance times equals 0.5. Bam. All right, guys, you just made a change. Z of Silver Days. So Air Shield is one of the things I'm looking at right now, how to fix. There's a lot of really serious imbalances to it, and it's kind of a you win skill. But only when it gets up high, and it's the things I try to avoid are skills that have a linear increase in value. Air Shield is one that not only is not linear, but it's exponential, but in the wrong way, because it's kind of as you approach 0, obviously, really what you're looking at is you should be looking at the 1 over value. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, there's a value for it that's a float. And if you have a really, really high skill, which a few people have just like focused their everything on it because they know it's imbalanced and they've identified that. And there's a few other things that factored in to make the number go to a place I never intended it to go to. But as you get close to 0, it quits being, it's not even linear, because really what you're looking at is that number. You can get down to like 0.2, 0.3 or something like that at the crazy, crazy insane levels. It's really, you should be looking at more of like a 1 divided by that number, because that's telling how many points of focus it costs per point of damage. So really start looking at it as 1 divided by that number. So it's like the difference between, 0.5 and 0.2 is absolutely huge. You're talking about like 2 to 1 to 5 to 1. And as that continues down, like, okay, now as you get like to 0.1, it's really like you're talking about 10, because it's 1 divided by that number is really the value. So that's when I've got to figure out how to get that back under control, because there's at least there's a few people out there, and I've seen this because I hate to tell you guys this, but I sometimes travel around in GM ghost mode and watch you do things. And whenever I see things that are out of whack, like people doing entirely too well, to go see what they do. But yeah, and like people standing and tanking stuff, laughing in the face of trolls that hit for 500, 800 points of damage. But it's because they basically put all their focus on focus and Shield of Air. And they effectively get up to the range where they have like 9,000 effective hit points. But it's easier to heal, because every point you heal basically heals 5 points of damage stop. But I've got to look at how to fix that. Yes, I do stalk you all. Only the ones who are breaking the expected rules of the game, which means you're doing entirely too well. So I've got to look at a way. I want to make sure Shield of Air should still stay powerful, but I've got to look at a way to make it so it's not quite so powerful. Also for PvP, like if you're a melee guy fighting a guy who's got a Shield of Air on, good luck. You got no chance of getting there if he's powerful. So there's some counters, like you can do some Torpid Torments, but it's just as expensive to cast a Torpid Torment as a Shield of Air, and you can, great. You Torpid Torment me, I Shield of Air myself. I Torpid Torment to Shield of Air myself. So I got to look at balance for both sides of that problem. So I'll be looking at a couple different things. One thing we'll be looking at is making Shield of Air, when you cast it, it costs a percentage of your total focus, rather than being a 10 focus or whatever it is right now, some piddling amount, which is meaningless to those guys. But if you actually, when you cast it, it actually takes like half your focus or something like that, then it becomes something that there's actually a counter for. So the PvP guys have a counter for it. But then on the next challenge is coming up like, what's a good balance? I think that would be a good balance for PvP. You put it on the guy who is actually attacking to force, there's at least some counter for. That's what we always want to make sure, is it's not always a you win card. But for PvE, it's a bit more challenging trying to come up with a fix for it. And some of those things we may end up doing, there's some old things that we don't use in skills where we can limit the number of hits something can take. So rather than it being, it lasts 5 minutes, it can be it lasts 5 minutes or, 25 hits. So then that's another one that, again, there can be counters for the melee guys. There's some other things that happen as well that I think are also good counters, and like stuff like bleed effects go against Shield of Air, which to me, like a ongoing attack dot like that, any type of dot, damage over time, feels like the first hit should hit the Shield of Air, but then the rest of them should, if I cut you and make you bleed, okay, sure, you can take off my sword damage, but I don't know if I want if the shield damage should be applying to that, or if the shield damage should skip that. So those are all things that I'm looking at. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, but again, just sharing with you guys, because that is, I think people are well aware it's a problem. It's pretty much like I said, the thing I hate is when there's here's how you win, use this skill. That is the opposite of skill. I mean, technically that's a skill, but it removes skill from combat. So anyways, that's kind of the stuff I'm looking at. Just to give you guys a heads up on that. Also, speaking of the here's how you win thing, the Zen Penetrator Bow, just so you guys know, there were 2 minor changes made to it that, again, try not to make any massive changes to anything to fix balance. Try to nudge them in the right direction each release, just so we don't have the big pendulum swings. It is still by far the most powerful bow in the game, but it moved from a 12 strength damage divisor to a 14 is the change going out for this release. And the other one was it goes from a max of 8 ticks to a max of 6 ticks. And that is how many ticks it can charge up. So the max hit on it should be down significantly. The DPS on it should not be that different. Somebody did a mojito. Mojito's not out. There we go. You guys hear him make his little I'll do that so you guys can see his ear. Let's see. Oh, it's already 3:11, and I need to give away another gift, another prize, another prizening. You guys raffle it up. Raffle it up, dudes and dudettes. Me. While you spam that screen, I'll spam you with my thing. What do you guys think? Is this like something cool? Anybody gonna take advantage of this, I wonder? It's kind of, if you don't want any of those things, it's kind of, I get it, it's kind of tough. But if you're thinking about it, maybe. Raffle. Alright, I'm closing the giveaway. Bam. Now Skeggy Media can win. Who? Bunny Plus? I've never heard this person speak before. Speak up, Bunny Plus. Who are you? Oh ho! I gotta do a better job of rigging my thing. Clome, okay. Got it. Got it, phone lady. That's what my daughter says when we travel places and we use Siri. Or not Siri, but we use my iPhone to, like, give us directions. Apparently at some point I said that, and now whenever we're driving, the Siri comes on and take a left at the next whatever. And then she's like, got it, phone lady. She's going to grow up to be such a great kid. Why can't I find a mailbox? Can I place a mailbox out in the water? No, not map. Pressing map here will only disappoint me. Oh, what? If there's some, like, little bumps out in the water somewhere along here. I'm looking for bugs, people. Alright, I'll do the little sand dune. It's close enough. Let's see. Chloe May. And I was giving some... What are those things I was giving away? The treasure. That's right. Treasure piles. Alright, give me... Uh-oh. There's only one... one's a treasure pile and one's a gold pile, I think. I'm going to throw in 2 gold ore. How about that, huh? Who's generous today? Me. Also generous is Gravity 42 and John Marcus. Also very generous. And look, I'm even paying the shipping of 29 gold. There you go. Reset. Now I gotta figure out something else. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'll try and make this a quick one. Of course, the last one I'm gonna save for this dark stone spiked castle wall. But I'll come up with a quick one here. How about Ooh, the dungeon prison. That's only 400. That's kind of a cheapy gift. I'll do the ancient tome dungeon entrance. Oh, it's got all the crap. No, I don't want to send that. No, I'm not going to do that. How about the... I'll do the prison set and the heraldry basement. Open giveaway. Tyrannus Soda Corsevius. Corsevius is always up there in the top 5 or so. Scan for Supradurkey and Lichmister. Yeah, we got some of our usual guys are sleeping on the ball there, like Legion of Myths way down there, Devil Culture way down there, Elrond's way down there. Elrond, I think you were in the tournament. Just come claim a lot. No waiting for me. Let's see. I'm gonna take this guy and I'll turn it around. No, you know what I'm... that's fine. I think Antrax was telling me how to get it under the water if I wanted to. By doing it through a window or something. Probably because we hide the hide the water when you look through a window because there's alpha issues. If you guys only knew how painful alpha was for rendering in graphics, you would make everything in the entire world opaque. Hey, look, it's Sanyo. Let's see. Apply buff. Selected. Health. Negative 10,000. You know what? He's actually dead now. You guys can't even tell that he's dead. But he's dead. Why are you not dead? Maybe it needs to be current health. Nope, that didn't do it either. I wonder if One and Only fixed that. That used to be how I'd go around and I'd kill Lord British. Because he, of course, has some cheatery on him. But you could still apply... Oh, there. Let's see who wins. Come on, guys. Look how cute that dog is. How are you guys dropping the ball like this? Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's so... Oh, little doggy. Oh. Oh. Merrick Draken, thank you for the 10 bits. Oh, we're getting a mojito show going on. Oh, rubbing your face, little guy. For those who don't know, on my dog, I try to talk about him every single day. He's actually there to cover my chat. So you guys can't see what I'm chatting about. But that is my dog Mojito. He is an Italian Greyhound. He weighs 10 pounds, so he's a small Greyhound. And he is, one of the things they do is the reason they're the perfect dog, according to the wife, who did a million years of research on it, like she did for everything as well. They live a long time. They are box trained, since we both used to work crazy long hours away from the home. Now I work crazy long hours at home. One of the things is you see him kind of cleaning himself is they don't need baths. They clean themselves. He licks himself clean just like a cat would. Oh, he's so cute. And they don't shed. So they're super low allergy. Good with kids if you raise them right, at least. I think good with the kids is not a breed thing. That's don't be a crappy dog owner. Don't make your dog insecure by yelling at him all the time. Anyways, yes, I could talk about my dog for days and days. Oh, he's so cute. I want to rub his belly. I'm going to rub his belly. So soft. Okay. Anyways, back to the questions. Did I even open? Yeah, I did open the giveaway at least. So you got all your raffling out of the way. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I need to go to Owl's Head and do the thing. I need to shrink Mojito down to be the proper size. That's been a player request. It's been going on for a while now. Hey, Sandy, you can join me on the stream if you want to get on voice chat, if you want to Skype me. Oh, are you at work? I didn't know. Sorry. That's a joke that never gets old for us now. Thank you, Frogtown Hero, for the follow, followed by, oh man, the double whammy. Just got in and he knows he likes what he sees. It's a dude who does nothing but talk about his dog and ignore the video game stuff. Thank you, Frogtown Hero, for the follow and the sub. That sounds like something we need to get in game too, is Frogtown. What was I doing? Oh, I was going to go answer some questions. I did just get in the change for those who missed it. Someone asked a question of why can stunned things still dodge me and rooted things still dodge me? And you guys asked the question. I said, I don't know. That sounds like it should probably work that way. So going into R65, I will get this checked in a few minutes. Things that are stunned will no longer dodge you. And if they're rooted, they only get half their dodge chance. So, there you go. That was Umbra Divisio. You can put that down on your resume. Umbra Divisio contributed a feature to Shroud of the Avatar. That'll get you a computer game programming job. Liz Kimber, did you post your bot code yet? No, I did not. I should do that. This weekend, on the weekend, I'm trying to not do, like, real Shroud work and instead do kind of edge Shroud work. I kind of consider that an edge thing. Give me this weekend and I will get it posted next week, because I'm going to try to get my voting app thing up there too, and I'll gladly share all that stuff with you guys. It's pretty darn simple. It's you got to figure out how to get the base stuff going, and how not to break it from their examples. Let's see. Can we have a druid ability that lets us shapeshift into a bear or wolf? So I'd like to be able to shapeshift into anything, but if we do one, we'll probably do like you can shapeshift into anything, because it's another one of those things we've wanted from GM stuff when we've had people run GM events. Everybody wants to, like, I need to be able to shapeshift into a demon. I need to be able to shapeshift into a whatever. So the challenge, there's a number of challenges we run into it, but it's hard to say just how tough it would be. I'd like it. I'd like it like a polymorph potion that is just a party trinket type thing, like a party potion, just like the shrink potion and the jump potion, where you can only use it in towns, and it, transforms you into a random creature type. But yeah, that'd be a fun, again, party potion type thing. Let's see. May we have rings be deco capable? You may not. We could make rings deco capable. The challenge with that is we don't actually have models, 3D models for the rings. I mean, obviously, rendering a 3D model for a ring is but simple. But the bigger challenge is basically all rings would look the same unless we went and created a bunch of different variations for it. So it's one of those, since they're such a small item anyways, and we already get a lot of CS tickets of, I lost my item X. That would be item X every time. I put my ring down. I think anyone who's had a wedding ring before and they take it off occasionally knows about that. It's super easy to lose a ring. Not me, see? No wedding ring on me. Free man. That's not true. Actually, I was working in the yard and I jammed my finger. And I had a titanium wedding band. And my finger started to swell. And if you get on the internet and search for how to remove a titanium band from a jammed finger, pretty much the top 10 things I'll say, you can't cut the finger off. Really, people? Then there were a bunch of yeah. Then there were a bunch of these other things in there, like there's one for wrapping that, actually I'd seen that before and it seemed like a good idea. You wrap floss around it, really tight around your finger, because it like forces all the blood out of it, and then you pull the string, and as it unwinds, it's pulling the ring down the compressed area with the floss or string of whatever type. That also did not work. I think it's because I didn't try that until later. And so my wife, of course, was ignoring me during all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm having some serious problems here. And she was like, well, whatever. She didn't pay attention to what I was doing when I was doing all the other jammed stuff. I know you guys love my stories. Z of Silverdale, thank you very, 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 very much for the 100 bits. But she ignored me until I came out of the garage with a giant pair of bolt cutters. And ended up putting the bolt cutters, using it against my chest and my arm, and then getting my chin on it and managing to cut through the ring and then spin it around and then cut through on the other side and cut off my titanium wedding ring. The wife was not a fan of that idea. I think she wanted me to cut the finger off. One or the other had to go, though. So I haven't replaced it. That's been about a year and a half since I did that, so... But anyways, bolt cutters cut through titanium. Titanium is light, and it's strong for its weight, but it's not as tough as, like, iron. Just so you know. It's got a much higher melting point, too. And it goes into a softer melting state. It, like, melts in a soft way. Now I'm giving you entirely too much information. Let me get back to questions about our game instead of trivia facts. Did you know the SR-72, SR-21 or SR-72? Blackbird was made out of, the skin of it was titanium. And when they'd fill it up, because they had to account for the expansion, when they'd fill it up, it would actually just like leak gas through it until it got up to high speeds. And the external titanium skin would swell. And that is when it would actually become tight. It wouldn't leak any gas. But that's because, of course, it got to crazy high temperatures due to the, not friction, more trivia, compression. It's actually, if you think about like when you spray a bottle of gas or whatever and it gets cold, it's kind of the opposite of that. The same thing that makes meteorites glow. I have so many bits of trivia. Oh, I can't wait for Maxine to get older so I can tell her all these useless things. But yeah, meteorites. It's not friction. It's the compression of the air that causes it. Gas compression. Look it up. Anyways. Oh, he's so cute. Look, he's cleaning himself. Can we get bookcases to lock since it is difficult to remove books and other items from it because you drag the bookcases instead? Same thing happens for tables too. Well, that was a Jira I've already made, I think, for locking decos. Is that not one we already have? So many of these things I forget whether we have them or we plan on get Sanyo, quit following me. Call you on Skype. That'll teach you. Get you on the stream with me. Trying to test my deco stuff. Yeah, there's no lock yet. Dang. I thought we had that by now. I think that's just one that keeps coming up as a suggestion, so it's in my mind like we have it, but no, we do not have it. But that is one that I've mentioned before, or I've written up on a past stream. And then, yeah, we wouldn't do it just for bookcase. We'd do it for everything, so you can lock everything. One item at a time, obviously. Rufus, I love the observatory home. But if you put it on a village lot and put a fence around it, you can't walk from the front yard to the back. And there is no back door. Could you put a back door in it, please? Sound like first world problems, Rufus. But yeah, that's usually they have a front door and a back door. Yeah, of course, I look out over no pressure Shimizu, but my house looks out over, where is it? Bam. Oh wait, oh no, there it is, yeah. I was gonna say it looks out over one of those houses. So yeah, it's pretty, I can see what you're talking about. It's pretty tight right along in there. See, technically you just go up to the second story and you jump down. It's not a problem. Of course, then you're trapped back there if you have high walls. Yeah, you can look at putting a door in there. Let me go look at it since we have it right here before I create a Jira for it. See, try to figure out how difficult it's actually going to be. Let's see. Yeah, look how tight that is. Super tight. Oops, you can't get back there. Yeah, Shimizu built a little gate there. Yeah, that kind of feels like a pretty big flaw. Of course, you don't have that much backyard space anyways on this guy. By the time it pretty much takes up the whole lot. Yeah, it feels like there should probably be like a door, you know, right here on one of these alcove-y things. What do you guys think? Because, yeah, putting doors on rounded stuff is crappy. And you can see, like, here's the actual space in here. I'm underneath the stairs. So there's the area underneath the stairs. We'd have to do something weird, like build a door or hallway thing basically to take you out there. So yeah, I think putting in one of these side areas there's, yeah, I'll create a Jira for Damon. Good feedback. Damon R60 never. I put it down for R65. He'll prioritize it accordingly, though. There are 2 alcoves. I was thinking put a door on one of them. All right, more good feedback. Let's see what else we got here, guys. Oh, every time I answer a question, you guys have asked like 3 more. We are at 3:30, so I'm trying to be a professional streamer guy and be consistent and stay on my targets. Well, one, I'm supposed to encourage you guys to give me bits. Follow me. Follows are really what I want the most. Subs. Bits, subs, follows, whatever. I'll take anything. I'm not picky. But really what I want is the follows. Hopefully get more people playing the game, more people watching the game. Again, we're going to do a big recapture event here after R65 because unlike R64, R65 is going to be perfect. It's going to be smooth sailing from day one. The frame rate's going to be higher. You'll be able to see the terrain. Everything won't be white. See? It's already better than R64. Planning on getting some more people in there. Of course, that's my goal always with these streams is to attract new players. Because see, when I tell you guys to give me bits, you don't give me bits, so that's good. You passed the test. Let's see. Next question. Is Apple Rust here today? Apple Rust, are you around? Waiting. Apple Rust? Apple Rust? I'll look over here under the user thing, see if he shows up under this. Track him. Well, I don't see him entered on the user list thing. Maybe he's not on yet. Anyways, I think most of you know the reason I was looking for him. I hadn't talked to him about this, so you guys can keep a secret from him. I'm sure every one of you guys can keep a secret. But I'm going to be doing... Richard has the ONBEs. Star has the Dark Star. Metal, the Chaos Metal. You guys notice I don't have anything. I don't have a zone. I ain't got no story stuff. Got nothing. I got my stream. And my dog. I was going to take that into a Steve Martin the Jerk themed thing, but again, I do all these movies that are like 30 years old or 40 years old and no one knows them. And so the thing I'm going to be giving away, I'm going to be giving people the bird. Oh, yes. So I have, for those who don't know the history, for a while I went by Dippy Dragon because I had a, during our early live stream stuff, there's a Dippy Bird. I put it on camera so people would know the camera was there because we weren't always on camera, but we ran the camera like 24/7. So the Dippy Bird was there. Got a little bit of following. So I've been Dippy Bird since that, to at least some people, old people who were here for like Kickstarter days. But anyways, I kind of like the whole Dippy Bird thing because one, it's like such a cool mechanic. It's like so scientific and so engineering focused that it seems appropriate. But the other thing is it's all about balance in terms of balancing things. So it feels like it's still appropriate as my mascot. So I actually have a dozen Dippy Birds on the way, identical to this quality Dippy Bird. Very, very rare. Totally not available for $4 on Amazon. But anyways, he's going to be getting the first Dippy Bird for his work on everything and his patience as well. But he's helped me with a lot of stuff in terms of filling in some holes for tech that we needed on things and being a good guy to bounce stuff off of. So, the Dippy Bird, the first recipient of the Dippy Bird, will be going out. And I'm going to give my Dippy Birds. Richard can give it for people, noble people or whatever, and Star can just be chaotic. I'm giving mine for guys that help me with balance issues. And then also the guys who help me somehow with tech stuff. So, Apple Rust has helped with a couple of those things. But remember, don't tell him. I'll tell him next time he's on the stream. But yeah, there's a bunch of guys out there. Again, it doesn't have to be a tech thing. Again, like there's tons of guys out there that are in the running for it who give me lots of feedback on balance issues. 5 or 6 in this stream right now, probably. We'll see. I'm not going to rush and throw mine out there. I'll probably do one a release or something. Dippy Bird balances. Once his nose gets wet in the evaporation effect, pulls the heat off of it as the water evaporates, pulls energy, cools it down, making the top cooler than the bottom, which then draws the liquid, which is near boiling point, up to the top. Oh, I can't wait to teach Maxine all this stuff. She's going to be so full of useless trivia. I just need her to be smart enough to intimidate the boys. Let's see, where was I? Elrond, King of Elves. Will Chris admit he is secretly involved in the crafting system? Obviously, I'm involved somewhat in everything. I think crafting's one of those, again, I try to stay out of just because B is super competent, if you've heard him talk before. So it's one of those things I hate jumping in and being that guy, like, you know, the boss who, like, wanders in and messes everything up and storms out or whatever. I hate being that guy. And again, B is super competent and sharp and pretty organized on stuff. I do contribute some things, again, along the fringes of crafting. And there's been a few times where it's like, okay, I gotta get in there and change something. One of those where I may be pushing some changes again is, you guys probably saw me do the wood pulp challenge thing. I'm sure Jack and Laz just run that 24/7 on their channel as their, you know, We're Away video, that they just continuously run that video of me trying to make scrolls for 2 hours. Jack laughing at me the whole time. But yes, I do touch it some. Again, though, B is super competent on that stuff, and I would be a bad boss if I were the type who'd jump in and like say, you gotta change this, that, and the other thing. I do that to everyone else. Let's see. Oh, yeah, look, Apple Rust. That's what I was thinking about, Apple Rust. Good thing he's not here, though. Oh, look, Synesys is here. Hey, I'm going to, for those who go to, or Austinite people or Austinish area, I'm going to be going to the Sherwood Forest again with Maxine and my wife. My wife went last weekend and actually loved it. Maxine continued to have a blast. The only challenge is, of course, when it's time to leave. But you can get her to leave by telling her you're going to come back next weekend. So that's what we did. But yeah, we're going to go back in on Saturday. Not Easter Sunday, but Saturday. Got a busy 3-day weekend planned because Good Friday's coming up. I will be out Friday, but I will be on the stream Friday. But Maxine's going to be home with me. I'm going to let Maxine run the stream. She'll handle the prizing. Oh, and I didn't do the thing. You guys all did the raffly stuff. Keeps hitting me with buckets. Why do we not have a message that says so-and-so hit you with a bucket? I'm going to go add that right now, too. There's probably a use bucket that probably doesn't have a use skill. Or use string defined for it. We have to define that stuff. Make sure you guys are in the raffle. I'm going to close it here in just a second. Let's see, it's skills, XML was where that would be defined. For those of you at home who are decompiling our program to try and modify it. Oh, for those who aren't trying to decompile our program and modify it, there's some bad news. I know a lot of you guys, there's a couple guys out there that we watch their pages that they talk about how much they hate us because we patch constantly. Whoops, sorry. But we're also going to be attempting to move to IL2 CPP again this release. It's one of the two major performance things that we're going to have. We're also going to be moving to instanced terrain, which offloads a lot of the terrain CPU work off to the GPU, reduces draw calls. Magic! Pretty much feels like magic if you've seen how the terrain stuff has worked in the past. But anyways, those will be two big performance improvements that we hope we'll get in. We're going to sneak them in on QA here over the next few days and see how they work on QA. See if they increase crash rate. As always, that's our big concern, is we turn on a feature and we get 20% more performance and 20% more crashes. That's generally how it works. And actually we don't. We get like 2% more performance and 20% more crashes. But I think I'm crossing my fingers, knocking on wood. No wood near me, but these will be better. Oh yeah, and close giveaway. And are we ready? Christ Palette. Hey, there's a name I know pretty well. Let's see. What was I giving away here? Oh, the prison set and the heraldry basement. That place, where's that? Here's a mailbox. I'll put it out on that little, yeah, right out there. That's better. Now you got to stand in the water to use it. Let me send you email. I got a couple emails there I was going to open up and read. But, Christ, Palette. What is going on there? Who is that? That'd be Earwiggles playing around with a doll and potions, I'm guessing. I will ruin your fun. Buff. Selected player scale. 8. 600. Be gone. There you go. Wait, how could I screw this up? Wait a minute, who's Christ Paladin game? I thought you were Christ Paladin game. Where's Christ Palad? Oh, Palad has 2 L's, that's why. Nope, still a fail. That's it. There we go. Space in between them. Got it. Let's see. Let me give him his stuff now, and then I will put up the next one. Prison cell. Whoops. Meet. And then also the heraldry basement pattern. You just get one of those? I guess you really only have one basement. Grats. Christ Space Pallid. Alright, now let me do the reset, and then I will try to answer a few more questions here. Again, I do a horrible job of selling the game. Pretty much all the time I just sit here and look at mailboxes and look at the ground and stuff. Oh, I haven't thrown this up to scare off new people there. I'll throw that up to be less attractive while I pick my next prize anything. Oh yeah, so I'm doing the Darkstone Spiked Ladder Wall Castle set. Man, that's a mouthful. Darkstone Spiked Ladder Castle Wall. Uh-oh, Melita's having a dream. And it's open. Don't forget the thing. If you guys like specials like this, you better go buy one or two. One or two people need to buy one or two. I don't expect that many. Tavern Tuesday. It's Wednesday. You're a day late. $1 short. Let's see. Oh, we got some names up here I recognize. Seer Zoran. You were first. A Night Owl 01. Oh, in the top 5 again. Scan 4 again in the top 5. Draken Naruto again in the top 5. And Old Sup rounds it out. iStar Strider, you're 1 late. You're number 6. Your name does not go on the plaque. Let's see. Set game time. Here we go. Whoops. What's a cool fishing pole? I didn't know we had one that had like big spikes on it like that. Just looking. I'll get back to a few questions here. You guys got anything over here I need to deal with? Yeah, we try not... I mean, it's so... We've looked at this. We had one of our Reddit trolls report us for gambling to his country a while back, trying to get us banned. Like, they actually reached out to us, to which we told them the situation, and they said, okay, that guy's a dumbass, immediately. But it was kind of the whole thing of like, okay, if you have items in game that can be sold, that we sell for cash, you guys can trade them. There's random numbers on there. Okay, we'll take it one more step. Okay, there's random numbers when you attack something. So, and this is actually one of the things he was like trying to argue was makes this gambling. There's items that can drop in the game that you may get because you got a random number roll for your to hit roll, and the item drops. That's random, and I can take that item and sell it for cash. Therefore, your game is gambling and should be banned from my country. Again, these were Reddit trolls. This is, I mean, you guys would not be, you would be shocked how many horrible things those guys do. It doesn't stop at just the Reddit stuff. That may be like where they speak out as the only thing, but there's some pretty horrible people out there. But that is where they went. Is they went. They actually tried to like pull in the law enforcement and stuff like that, trying to report different stuff, and pretty much now they're just, guess what? They're on watch list now because they report all these fake things. And honestly, I think it's just one or two guys, and I think they've totally quit paying attention to them, so we ignore them. But, anyways, let's see. It does waste a lot of our time, and honestly, we don't even get lawyers involved, so it doesn't waste any of our money, really. Wastes their money. But let me get back to, did I buy the thing already? Before I forget, let me go buy the thing. What is that? Castle? I didn't buy it yet, I don't think. Castle. Nope. Maybe I should give that away. Player-owned town, castle, water lot deed. No, I'm not going to give that away. I will give away the Darkstone Spiked Ladder Castle Wall. DSSLCW, as it's known. Alright, let me get back to some questions. Hondas, that would be tempting, but it's also one of those things. It's like these are all those guys who are the most toxic. They bought stuff, and like we've looked into them all, and they all bought like pledges early on and sold their pledges for profits to other people. So they haven't been involved in the game. They got their money back and more, but then they make it a full-time job to try and screw the game because we need something to hate. I hate the internet culture. Now that I've said that, let me rant about Unity and how horrible they... No. I say as much nice stuff about Unity as I do positive or negative stuff. And they could make that 100% positive with just one or two little changes. You just got to improve a little bit, Unity. Open up. Open your heart to us. Let's see. So that is going now. So I'll do that one around... wife hasn't called yet to give me my 20-minute notice. But I'll probably do this around 4:15. I'll try and wrap things up. Let's see. Liz Kimber, why did the DB clone happen before I bought the arrows, not after? Yeah, we don't look at that stuff. I was going to jump on QA. I'll probably do my live stream tomorrow on QA rather than in here because it seems I've kind of got people in order. I've got most of the trees removed that seemed horrible. That was really the only reason I was in here today is in case any problems came up, and I know people like to talk to me on stream in-game to help them out with stuff. Yeah, so tomorrow I will probably be on QA. If you want to jump on QA, I'll gladly give you like, 10,000 crowns, 100,000 crowns, and a castle deed or whatever you want to go test stuff. I think it already gives you some free crowns, but I'll give you the moon. Then you can go test stuff. Because again, part of it is like we want you guys testing deco stuff. That's one place where we've had some changes, and I'd love to get some feedback from you on start working on that list of items that should be flippable, that it makes sense for them to be flippable. Oh, and there's been a few issues with the spawn. I guess I can talk about that a little bit and give you an update on what was going on there. So there were some issues with, there's a race condition with dungeons, where everything was loaded just as, like, the objects get loaded and things get loaded and things get loaded. But there was sometimes in some dungeons, for whatever reason, the dungeon encounters would get started before the nav mesh would start, and they would start and they would say, well, no nav mesh here, what do you want me to do? And then they would all puke and die and never spawn, or spawn and never move. Even worse, for us at least. That was all a race condition. It all depended on when it came in. So Undone thought he got a few of those fixed, or he got it fixed. I think there may be a few cases left. We have a few people who've made dungeons that we have for examples for that we can use to test the bugs. So I think we can probably get it identified. Unfortunately, for more than one reason, Undone is out today and tomorrow to attend a funeral. So he will be back, so it won't make the next build or two. Maybe Friday he can get into it and get in there and fix a few things up. Oh, and also we found out a secret for those who are also Austin people and go to Sherwood Forest. Undone's younger brother is the Fairy King at Sherwood Forest. He's one of the Fairy King guys. I'm going to be looking for him this time when I'm out there so we can share stories. He can tell me all the times like he beat up his brother and stuff. By the way, if you don't know Undone at all, he's like one of those guys that is so nice and so clean. He reminds me a lot of that guy keeps saying he reminds me of is the new 2020 candidate Pete. That he's like, you're just too freaking nice to actually exist. So when I say stuff about Undone, actually anybody on the team, Totally just kidding. Razorback, Piggy. Yeah. Need a super pig. We've got the big boar, but we need a super pig. That's for those who didn't know, that's one of my goals, is to get all of the pets, all the taming, having them go up to the same level as equivalents to the Obsidian Destroyer bear. Oh, it'll happen. And again, that's part of the reason why we're doing this release where we're pushing most things, is we don't want to have our release filled with emergency patches, which take a lot more time than if they'd just been fixed before. So we're trying to make this release good, so next release we can get serious about a lot of these things we've talked about in the past, because we'll actually have a 4-week release that is 3 weeks of work, rather than a 5-week release that is what we did a patch yesterday, and we are doing lockdown tomorrow. So a 5-week release where we get 2 days of work. We get a lot more than that in. It's just, it gets a little tough, and it ends up eating up a couple people's time to do the integrations and management and stuff. So, all right. Yeah, the Razorback isn't as good as the Destroyer. That's what I was saying. Is I hope to get pet levels on all the major categories. You know, Spider, Scorpion, Wyvern, Baby Dragon. Get all those guys to at some point have a rare spawn type that you can capture that'll be Obsidian Destroyer tough. Alright, well I think I can do some questions here. Looks like Do Double is up to 5 questions. Man, I don't think I've read any of yours today. I'll be wacky and go down to the bottom. Do Double, are you talking about the fair out by Page? It's called Sherwood Forest. It's by McDade, Texas. That seems like Page's name I've heard before too. But it's about 35 miles northeast of Austin. There's Page. There's another one. There's the Texas Renaissance Festival. Yeah, so it looks like that's probably not the same one. Page, Texas is on 290 East. Uh-oh, Mojito's on the move. But yeah, no, it's up by McDade. McDade, Texas, which is more north than that. So nope, not talking about that one, sorry. Roughly how many players active, if there's a way to tell, don't own Universal Broadcast Orbs? I don't know. There's a few. I mean, we see how many new players come into the game and actually stick, and how many buy the broadcast orb. It's one of those things. This is one that I kind of disagree with Star on. He may disagree with himself at this point too. That is, the Universal Broadcast Orb is something that he wants to force them to the website to make them make one microtransaction. And then make it a no-drop item. I would rather have it be something like, I'd rather pull you guys in with a community side of things and have you be able to talk on there. There's some decent reasons for it, because if it is, we charge crowns for it in-game, then, okay, well now all it is if you want to create a fake account and go spam Universal Channel, it only costs you 20,000 gold. Or someone giving you 200 crowns. And you can do it, because then you don't have to create, credit card, and it gets tougher to figure out and block stuff. Liz Kimber, I hate the Universal thing. Do you mean you hate it that you have to go to the store and spend money there and you can't give them away? Because that's the part that I hate, is that we force them to go to the store, and I think we're losing some players. We haven't had a big problem with Universal. Again, we're going to have the change, probably R66, I'll say. It looks like it's already been punted for R65, but having the change so we can flag players who can go and devoice people. That will flag some players that we trust. Oh, you guys just hate Universal Chat. Well, you don't have to keep it on. But yeah. I think it would be a little less hated if, again, like I said, we went and flagged some people and gave them the ability to moderate if they wanted to. Basically, just give them one command of devoice, which would devoice somebody or like remove their ability to talk for 8 hours. Liz Kimber, you won't use it. Well, and again, there's a reason we didn't have it for a long time. It's kind of one of those semi-controversial type things that can cause some problems. As soon as you get universal chat on there, people, God forbid someone starts talking politics or whatever on there, and then it's all downhill from there. Which I've had. That's the times I've stopped it a few times, which has been people talking politics on the channel. Do not talk politics. Do not bring that stress into my game. Let's see. Merrick Dragon, can we get a special trolling game we can get a named head for? Very rare. Named Reddit. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't give it the name of any of the specific trolls, just because that would be making them famous for their effort of wasting their lives on this stuff. Yeah, we're trying not to poke the bear too much on that. There's a chance someday we could, if we grow our audience the way we want to over the next year, there's a chance we could recover Reddit. As in, actually make it something useful. So, I hate pooping on it too much. Some games have effective Reddit channels, but again, for those who don't know, the big problem we have is there's no real mods on it. Like the people who are mods on our Reddit channel quit the game long ago. Like they were Kickstarter people who never even really played the game, but they grabbed the Reddit channel as soon as they could. So it's kind of derelict. Nobody moderating. House on fire. Henry Tarlene, any plans to change the daily 10K experience to apply to crafting pool as well, rather than just in the adventure pool? I kind of thought it was on the crafting pool already. If it's not, let me fix that. Apply to crafting as well as adventure. Apply to both, please. Yeah, 10K is not enough. It's enough so over time it can be useful to you. But again, you got to log in to get it. And yeah, you can get 10K experience pretty quick in the game. So yes, that will be changing. Yes, good suggestion, Henry Tarling. That can be, again, that can go on your resume. Oni Chain Gaming. Yeah, creating a casino system in Soda that allows you to bet your in-game gold it's so fuzzy, and there's so many places. That's also one of the reasons wanted to kill the buff system. I believe the buff system is off now. You don't get buffs when you buy crown stuff. You guys can confirm, but I think that's off. Been off for a little while here. But because that, in a way, well, I think it was pretty fair incentive, and they're pretty small buffs. It gets down to like loot box stuff that. Not a huge fan of loot boxes. I'm a fan of supply bundles, which are in game and drop in game, but not pay crowns for loot bundle stuff. And that almost was kind of feeling like a little bit like a loot box. So, yeah, casino kind of falls in that same category. There's like so many fuzzy things. We'd hate to get like banned from a country because they, some Reddit troll reports this for gambling, and then they look at it and say, well, that could be perceived as gambling because you're gambling in a virtual world. We'll leave that up to you guys. We give you guys random number generators. Let's see. Ian Spence. I did not know that. I did not know that only seeding gave experience in agriculture and collecting and watering gives nothing. I'm a busy guy today. Only seeding gives XPs in planting, not watering or harvesting. Put that on R65 because I know B is already super busy. Added. See, this is why when people tell me, "Oh, you've got time to spend on your streams, but you ain't got time to do insert XYZ or here," it's this type of stuff. There's a lot of this stuff we don't know about. That I mean, it's little stuff, but it's that little, it's those little things, removing those rough edges, making things feel fair, that makes games more sticky. So hearing it from you guys is super useful for me. So when they say this is I'm wasting my time on this stuff, I say absolutely not. It's Elmo. Uh-oh. Majoria's account has been compromised. She can't log in to Twitch. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, got a few more questions there. I'm going to keep working backward from where it's left off, though. We want a cute puppy in bed in-game. Pets cannot use beds, sorry. Let's see. Could you add more wall skins, tapestries as decos in the future? It's especially useful on old designs with bad walls like the old keep. Aww. Bad designs. Again, I'll point to some of those things as proof that content created later is better than content created at the start. So we all learn, we all improve things. But yeah, those are pretty simple things, adding skins and tapestries for stuff. So making a note. Where'd my notes go? There we go. And the notes, some of these things, like if I know like some of them I hear them, I'm like, okay, that we just need to fix that. Those are the ones I'm creating JIRs for. Some of these others are things I'd like to mull over. Because I've gone back over this list of notes I've been keeping since mid-March. And going back and looking over this to see which of these things, like, do I still feel that's a good idea? Oh. I mentioned I got up at 1:30. Skins and tapestries for walls. Zarn Magnuson X. Did you switch the Zinbo back to being an artifact? I did not do that. I didn't touch that, but someone else may have touched it and switched it to be an artifact, because probably someone else would see that as an obvious bug. Probably because it's an obvious bug. But no, it was not. I didn't switch it. But there are actually like 11 or 12 other people who touch things, which is good, so I can blame them for things that you guys don't like. Lichmeister proposed that Air Shield drain focus over time instead of having one cost to cast it. Would work for PvP and PvE. Yeah, that's one of the things I've considered as well, is maybe not have it drain over time, but maybe have it so when you have Air Shield up, you cannot regain focus. So basically, you will get beat down over time. Yeah, having it drain focus would kind of be in the same category. It's just when you have a drain rather than lock it out, like some people can get some pretty crazy focus regen. But yeah, having it basically not increase, and damage actually decrease, it would solve a lot of the problems. Because that's really the challenge, is figuring out ways to overcome this massive amount of effective health of 9,000 health or whatever. And as long as I can keep regenerating fast, it's never going away. But that would still give the benefit like what it should be targeting, which is it can stop damage up to a certain point. Lancer main. While we wait for mannequins, can you make it where you can stack armor on top of each other? And mahalo for scaling. Now I have to redo my shop, the Looking Glass. You should definitely check out Lancel's shop if you have not been there before. It's very cool. Like, I actually was like, this is so cool when I went in. Not faking it. I just hadn't seen such a nicely done display of like so many different types of armors that I didn't even know we had some of those in the game. So, very cool. And sorry you're going to have to redo your armor stuff. Can we stack armor on each other? Yeah, we can probably do that. Let me go look and see. Maybe when I can just batch select everything and be done with it. Let's see. Chainmail. How about that? Let's search for that. See if I find something. Let's see. Loot dev. Hold on. I'm looking for it. I'm trying to fix this right now. Let me. Plate. Uh-oh. Having to yell at people. Hold on, I'm looking for the plate to see if I can find the decoration prefab, because I bet if I look... Oh, I got that locked. Hold on, I'm almost there. Yeah, this is why development on live stream's not such a great idea. Let's see. Convex Deco. LED group. Cooking options. Nope. Not seeing the deco part of it. Boo! Alright, I'm not going to be able to change it on air. I should just stop wasting your time with that. That's got to be in the... Hold on, let me try one more thing here. Helm Schmied. See if I can find the data for that sucker. Well, dang, I'm not finding the things I want to find. I'm trying to find the data asset file for those all those things and find them in one big folder so I can just batch change them all. But I'm not going to find that during my stream, and I'm boring you guys right here. Oh, my viewers went down! Oh. Okay, well, it's 4:17. I will get that fixed. I'm going to look into the stacking. I'm not sure why you can't stack armor, you should be able to stack armor. Like, you should be able to put down, like, a suit of, like, here's your chain shirt or whatever, and then put your chain helm on top of it, if nothing else. So, yeah, guys, make sure you're in the raffle, and thank you very much, Liz Rostov. Yes, Liz Rostov was bringing up on the channel that... yeah, Gabe's good thing. Sorry, I'm having to yell at people at work. Sorry, still work stuff going on. Can you believe people work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Those guys are crazy. All right, well, looks like you guys have mostly entered the raffling here. Type it in all caps, you know it's a good conversation when that's... All right. Sorry, had to yell at some people. So now I think we're going to do the close giveaway. Sorry for getting distracted again, guys. Remember, this is kind of during the work day. I get my time in before I start my streaming. But these other crazy guys like to sleep in till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Nuts. Closing. Oh, Gravity 42, he got in just in time. You guys ready? Which one of my friends will it be today? Oh, another one. White Lion. 0 White Lion. I don't know White Lion. I'll see if they are in game as White Space Lion. What do you guys think? Good guess? Oh, it's WH. White Lion. Nope. It's not White Lion. It's White Alon. What if I take out that space? Nope. We're in trouble. You're gonna have to tell me your name or I can't figure out who you are. Oh yeah, that's right, Merrick. I think you won an epic tree. Not just a tree. I think you won an epic tree. Remy, are you saying that he's White Lion? I can go ahead and just send it over to Altiera Eastwind. He doesn't have to show up, just need to get his name. Check. Alright. Tell him you got him a surprise. Tell him he sweet talked Atos on the stream and he sent him stuff. Gotta make sure and not send this player on castle lot. Hold on 1 second, and then I'm going to talk to you guys again. Alright, Remy, you can take full credit for that. You saved him. If not for you, he would not be getting that. He wouldn't even know. Again, I'm going to go wrap up a few of those code things I changed for you guys during the stream. Looks like we actually got a few changes I believe are good. I think pretty much everybody agrees that if you're stunned, you shouldn't be able to dodge. I'm pretty sure I'll make sure that you also don't parry when you are stunned. That's another one I can go check for. And when you're rooted, we're going to give you half your dodge chance on the assumption you can move your upper body. Trying to get into the reality modeling a little bit. But again, there are a few other things went in there. I'm going to go look. I'm going to keep looking for where those decos live for armor. Because, yeah, you should be able to stack that stuff. How can you make an armor shop if you can't stack your armor? Should be able to stack that stuff. But bunch of other things there. Tomorrow I plan on streaming. I've got family coming in for Good Friday, so the only stream I'll do Friday is probably just the usual 1 hour stream with what's that guy's name? Darkstar? There'll probably be other people on there. As you guys probably heard, Richard will not be on the stream, possibly for a couple of weeks as he deals with some family issues. But guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in to the stream, and I gotta go figure out who I'm gonna raid next. But owe Skeggy Media a lot, but he's never on when I get off here, so. Again, thanks for watching. Hopefully I fixed some stuff you guys wanted fixed. Tomorrow I will be playing, and I will be playing on QA. Oh, thank you very much, Seer Zoran. Yeah, I had kind of slow bit day. I need missing Snugs. That's what's wrong. Snugs isn't here to encourage you guys. And Z and iStar Strider, you missed your chance to get ahead of Snugs while he's out of town. Or at least not on the stream. But still, thank you guys so much. Oh, and Georgia the jungle, watch out for that tree. And Nubby Earwiggles, and Viper Mortal, and Synthetic. Oh, now you guys are all cheering the bits on. Thank you guys so much. Synthetic 9, thank you very much for the 300 bits. Thank you times 3. Oh, Mojito's down there having a little doggy dream, making some noises. And Viper Mortal, thank you again, always consistent. Nubby Earwiggles, again, thank you a second time. Let's see, what else? I guess that's probably it. We'll check in on this stuff on the weekend. We're still talking about what our Friday stream's going to be. We might be going around and actually doing some serious touring of different deco stuff going on in here. Actually, maybe do a practice run for the May the 4th stream. May the 4th be with you. Again, guys, thanks so much. I'm going to go find somebody to raid, and then I'm going to go raid them. And I'm going to go wait patiently by the door for my little girl to get home. This morning she turned on dance music. She said, Alexa, play dance music. And every time I went by there, I looked at it, it's like it was playing songs, like explicit songs. Let's see. What's the... Oh, we haven't rated Alpha Fish Stick in a while. I rated Famines here recently, and I gave Famine some groovy, unique cloaks. I'll be giving out some more of those to some more streamers. That he had set a goal. He asked if he got to 200 followers, if he could get some unique-ish type thing. This is good. Alpha Fish Stick is fishing right by Torkdal. So yeah, we'll give let's give Alpha a raid. All right, let's see if I spelled it right. Did spell it right. Again, guys, thank you so much. Many of these things will show up in the next release. And some of these, like the fixes I just put in today, those should be in the next release. And again, thank you guys so much. I'm going to go yell at some people. See you guys. Raid! And in...